So it looks like it's tension on the Monday show. Now I'm going to tell you like this. I saw Doughboy. I saw Moose Man. I did not know that they were from the same place, the same area, or any of that. Moose Man seemed to be pumped about that. They asked Flacco, picked up Doughboy for the show, and it seemed like it was some good camaraderie, right? And now, seems like Doughboy, I don't know, I could be wrong, but it seems like Doughboy's turning on Moose Man. For Wack100? What's the righteous word? It's your boy Gangland Neem, aka Neiman, I before the E. Man, golly, I don't know, y'all. Remember that. And we back with another video. New video. Shout out all my good subs. Greatly appreciate y'all. You know it. You know it. We back with another one, man. Doughboy, I just can't believe this. Like, I don't know what's gotten into Doughboy. You know what I mean? I hit him in the DMs. We're going to do an interview because I have questions. And he said he's up for it. It's all good. So I have some questions. I'm going to ask all the questions that y'all want answers to, right? But he's up here at no jumper. Seems like everything's going good. Then enters Wack100. Now, people are saying Wack100 got some kind of ties to Nick Cannon, and Nick Cannon owns Wildin' Out, and Doughboy is on Wildin' Out. So they're trying to make this connection. That's why he's sticking with Wack100. I don't understand, but this ain't Wildin' Out, Doughboy. This is no jumper. And you should try to be cool with your co-host. You already got a fade with Spody. It seemed like Lush don't like you because he getting at you crazy, right? And now Moose Man, I thought you and Moose Man was cool, bruh. But if this your first time to the channel, like and describe off the back. Off the back, don't troll me. If this your first time to the channel, shame on you. Shame on you. But we're going to get straight into this, y'all. My boy, Doughboy got the fight coming up with Spody Face. I guess. You know what I'm saying? I think it should be all training time now. He got a glass of cognac. I don't know if that's what that is. But I'm just saying, like, man, it should be on point right now. Golly. But let's start the show.
So I guess we also have to talk about how exactly the Wack incident went down. So first I would like to speak on how our conversation went down in the lead up to it. I was definitely the mastermind of this idea in the sense that, you know, Wack had...
We know you ain't got to explain none of that. We know you the mastermind. You the massa mind.
Made it clear that he was down to do a podcast with Doughboy. I told Moose, I'm like, don't worry. Just pull up. It'll be good. He's not going to do anything. I'll make sure he doesn't do anything. It'll be good. Moose pulls up, hits Wack with like
the death stare,
a little bit more of an intense vibe than maybe like any of us really expected in terms of just staring at him and sort of like, you know, I forget exactly what you said, but like you were like, I'm here. I'm here. Like I think Wack's guiding principle is really like he wants everybody to be scared of him and he wants everybody to show him respect.
Yeah.
Facts. He wants everybody to be scared of him. Nobody is. So when this civilian, right, has the nerve to look him in his eye for a conversation, oh, God. Oh, Paru. Come on, gang. Come on, gang. If Moose Man had looked at the ground, y'all have called him a bitch. Come on, man. I don't understand none of this, but let's continue.
And you really were not giving that in that moment.
He did like go silent as soon as I came in, so I didn't really like that. That kind of caught me off guard. I thought it was like we're gonna kind of start yelling at each other, you know, maybe start arguing over the points that I had, or he was gonna yell at me for saying whatever I said. But he just kind of froze, and that caught me off guard. So I'm like, I guess I'm just gonna wait for, you know, whatever he has to say. And but obviously he took that wrong. You know what I mean?
Man, listen. I'm gonna tell both y'all. Y'all always tripping
Here we go. Come on, Doughboy. I mean, Doughboy. Come on, gang.
For that whole. And I feel like I feel like no,
you're not going to gaslight me today.
No,
Doughboy,
no. I'm not trying to gaslight you. I'm telling you what it really is. I feel like. Yes, I knew, you know what I'm saying, that y'all was planning on. I thought maybe you knew something I didn't know, but I never felt right about it. Like, Moose, I'm just being 100. You was talking crazy. And
did you ever tell anybody this ahead of time, Doughboy? Just out of curiosity, right? Because you knew what was going on. Y'all all knew what was going on, right? Did you ever tell Kiwi Head, hey, I don't think this is a good idea? Did you ever tell Moose Man, who you are on the Monday show with? It's just you and Buddy. You, Buddy, and Adam. Did you ever tell Moose Man, hey, I don't think this is a good idea? Again, just curious. Because right now you doing it with that glass of cognac, right? But did you tell them this off camera?
I don't think so.
No, but let me tell you why.
But you've been representing me way different than it really was.
Okay,
every conversation that I had that had anything to do with, turning something down or physical was people on podcasts asking me hypothetically saying, hey, Moose, I can tell you're just trying to pod. Mm-hmm. Even with you baited me into saying some shit, and now you're trying to turn it on me now.
What do you mean?
You said, that Wack said he was going to slap the shit out you. What did you think I should say to that, Doughboy?
I'm just telling you what he said.
Just tell me what I should have said because
Hey, no, fire. Hey, Moose is not going. Shout out Moose because he's not going, gang. I respect this.
I was tripping by my answer. Tell me what I should have said.
I'm going to tell you, you can say whatever you want to say, but I was trying to identify, like, are you sure you know what you're doing? This man said he ain't playing. He said he going to slap the shit out of you. Now, at that point, that's when you could have disengaged it and just been like, no, it's potting. But what you did was you said, nah, Doughboy, I'm real. Yeah. I ain't turning nothing down.
Yes, and what I meant was I'm not going to get bullied out of my opinion. Somebody can't just threaten me with violence and I'm just going to say, well, I guess I don't have that opinion anymore.
But that's not what you said.
But it is. Just because I said, hey, this is real. This is my real opinion, Doughboy. That's what I meant. I meant that this is how I truly feel. I'm not just trying to rage bait Wack. Mm-hmm. Everything I said, 95% of the that I ever spoke on Wack was, hey, I don't want no beef with Wack. I have these criticisms of how he operates. And then people would say, hey, I know how Wack is. You know his demeanor. You know how he tries to bully people. Mm-hmm. What if he punches you? What if he slaps you? What am I supposed to do? Tell them I'm going to ball up? It's like, I said, no, I guess we're going to fight. That's just what it is. If that's what the energy brings. But he threw a water bottle at me. He yelled at me. That wasn't enough for me to crash out and ruin my opportunity. And I don't think that's that crazy. But I'm not going to get gaslit into like saying I'm going to pull up and beat up Wack. That was never the energy, and nobody could ever convince me of that.
However you want to think that it came off when you said it is fine. But I'm just telling you what my perception of it was. I was just trying to get clarity of how you felt about it. And then the energy that you gave was, nah, Doughboy, this is real. So it's almost like you were separating, like, no, this isn't an act. No, this ain't no
Yes.
I'm not turning nothing down. That's what you said.
Yes, because I'm not going to just turn down.
This is what I'm going to say. I like how Moose Man is carrying this right here, right? I like this. I have to say, too, sometimes them games go too far. Now, do I think that anything that Moose Man did warranted Wack100 and his 50-year-old ass responding like that? No, I don't. You far too old for that, gang. Doughboy, right? Doughboy, you are someone who been up here notoriously. This was like one of your first moments. Why you gotta be so gangster? Why you gotta be so tough? That was one of your first moments up here. You and Spody just renounced the streets. Just say you don't quit the street. I don't know what that was about, but okay, right? Now, you sitting up here though, and you acting like Moose Man was calling out fades. This is content, this is podcasting, this is talking. Just like you told Spody Face, I get paid to talk. So does Moose Man. Even if it's $75, he get paid to talk. What I think you should have did was talk to Wack100. Hey, Wack100, I think that was crazy. The way that you acted, I think that was wild, right? I think that was wild. You didn't have to do that. This is a young kid. I don't know how old Moose Man is, but I know he's far younger than Wack100. You know what I mean? as a elder statesman, and I don't mean in no hood, just me as a older person, bro, you supposed to hold some kind of accountability. Like, do you not have the self-control to be able to? You do, though, because you didn't want to whoop nobody ass, because you could have got everybody up out the way and got to Moose, but you didn't want to. You just want to make a scene. Doughboy, you should get on Wack100 for how he acted. Niggas acting like Moose Man again, and I don't necessarily agree with how Moose Man been carrying things as a whole. It just seems like he kind of pompous and, matter of fact, and I'm here now. Hey, that type of energy rub people wrong sometime, right? It just is what it is. But I don't think that warrants niggas trying to get at him in that manner. I don't. Niggas done did and said far worse to Wack100, and he ain't act like that. Niggas think Moose sweet. That's why he did that. Shame on you, Doughboy.
Because Wack is yelling at me and trying to bully me.
But when he was in your face, you turned down and you did everything that you said that you weren't
No,
gonna
because
do.
he didn't punch me. He didn't slap me. He threw a water bottle and yelled at me. And I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to diffuse the situation. I'm not going to escalate the situation. I'm trying to base this off logic and reason in that moment.
He did what Wack did. Wack was yelling, so he yelled back. It's like, Wack didn't punch him. If he punched Moose in the face and Moose curled up in a ball and whatever, then okay, then people would have a point. But you did the same thing that Wack did, except you weren't the aggressor.
And there's nothing that I said. I never said when I see Wack, I'm going to do this. You guys keep trying to paint me as if I was saying, I'm going to get Wack when I see him. No, that Wack is unreasonable in this situation, no matter how you try to spin it. And when he had the conversation with Adam, it was the same thing. He had to find reasons. He had to say that I'm Mexican. He had to say he had beef with. He had to say his homies kill Mexicans. He had to go on this racist tirade to justify him tripping on me, because at the end of the day, he didn't have a good reason to.
Okay, what is he?
Doughboy, what do you mean? Doughboy about to say some more wild shit. I can't wait till we do this interview, gang. What do you mean, brother? What do you mean you can't let him get that off? Again, y'all see my content on here. Y'all know I just call it how I see it. I don't got no horses in the race at all. I just call it how I see it. Yo, Moose Man was doing this with Flacco. Even when he was doing it with Wack100, I'm like, damn, he really on some shit. I don't know what this is about. Why he just taking up all the fades and this, that, and the other. And when I say fades, I mean, you know what I mean? We talk about podcast. If nobody's about to fight, nobody's about to fight. We saw that with Wack100. Oh, Paul Root, and not a punch thrown. Nobody's going to fight. Nobody wants to fight. Nobody wants to go to jail because you niggas getting locked up. He said he got 911 on speed dial, gang. Come on. Niggas ain't stupid. What are you going to say to defend this, Doughboy? Again, I have been critical of Moose Man too, but Moose Man not wrong, bro. There's no way that anybody can shape this to make this, well, hey, yeah, that's what he deserved. I don't feel that. I don't feel that. You can't tell nobody how to react on things too. I always say that. You can't tell nobody how to react, but this is the thing. Bro didn't say nothing that damn bad. Come on, bro. What, we both the police? Y'all both the police. The fuck? Nigga got a badge, gang. What are we talking about? Wack100 got a goddamn badge. What was that bad? Come on, Doe. Come on, Doe.
You're saying that's wrong. I would love to know.
Okay. You antagonize that man. You talk crazy about him. You didn't know him. Once he vocalized he don't know you and he don't mess with you, then at that point you should have just left it alone. But you did what you did and you kept it going. And then niggas make it seem like he's the bad guy. Wack was not wrong in the situation. He
Wack was 1,000% wrong in that situation. Yes.
Okay. He wasn't.
How wasn't he wrong just on the fact of yo, again, this is what Doughboy said on another pod with Spody Face. Bro, yo, can you just cut the street out? What? So that don't apply to Wack100 because he got incredible diapers and he worked with Incredible and Nick Cannon? Oh, come on, dog. Hey, this is what I'm going to tell you. I think it's an art. I think it's an art when you can craft up explanations and answers for things that just don't make sense. I think it's an art in that, right? Because that's part of debating too, I guess. But sometimes them points just, come on, bro. What are we talking about? Doughboy sitting there sucking that pen, sipping that hen. Goddamn. I think you off a little bit, brother. I think you off a little bit. Is this a black thing? Are you just on Wack100's side because he's black? Because I'm trying to figure this out. Somebody tell me.
Till I say, when I see Wack, I'm going to slap the shit out of him. I never said that. I said I was criticizing Wack, and even when I said that we both work with the police thing, people trying to get on me for that, it was because he did the thing with the badge, and then he said, oh, well, my brother's a cop. This is just a buddy badge. That's what I was saying, is that if somebody's going to threaten my life and say, I'm going to put $1,500 on your head over an opinion, then I'm going to say, hey, I guess I'm going to call the police then. You know what I'm saying? That is past podcasting. That's past even fighting. That's saying you're going to get one of your homies to kill me over an opinion. And that's not reasonable. There's no way you could spin that to be reasonable.
Now, what say you, though?
And my whole thing is like,
smart, Doughboy.
if we're talking about right and wrong,
Right.
it is wrong, and it is also disrespectful to me to jump out of your seat and try to.
Kiwi head, corny as shit. Real quick, you corny as hell, bruh. Sit up here looking like a goddamn reservoir dog, talking about it is like, you did this. You did this. You thought this would be a good idea. This nigga, man. This nigga looking like a motherfucking Blues Brother or something, gang. Fuck out of here, bro. It's unacceptable. Stupid ass boy. Y'all niggas crazy, bro.
Fight a fellow podcaster. Now, the thing that might be able to happen that would be able to justify jumping out of your seat to fight a podcaster is maybe if you guys had beef that was really, really serious, or if blood had been shed, or if like really direct threats had been made, or maybe if Moose Man presented himself like he was like some scary gang member or some shit like that, which from my perspective, absolutely none of those criteria is met. So from my perspective, I don't understand how anybody could ever sit there and say that Wack was in the right when Moose Man came peacefully, clearly was intending to have a podcast, and then Wack jumped out of his seat screaming and, you know, seemingly was going to fight him if I wasn't standing between.
No, he wasn't. He could have fought him with you standing between the Kiwi head. You can't do nothing. You can't do shit. You can't do nothing, man. You can't do nothing. You'd have had to pull that pistol out that you got on Wack100 for him to stop. Straight up. He might have disarmed you, clocked you with it. Who knows? But you'd have had to pull out a pistol to stop Wack100. Wasn't nothing you could do, bro. And this the thing. He didn't want to fight him because if he did, he would have got to that nigga through a water bottle, gang.
Him, or if it didn't get broken up. Like, I don't understand the mental gymnastics that you have to do to be able to present Wack as if he's in the right in this situation.
And Wack asked me, he said, do you got a problem? I said, no, Wack, I'm here to podcast.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
As if it wasn't already literal.
So
enough.
honest question. If there was somebody that you genuinely did not like, whoever that person is in your head, put that person in your head. You don't even have to tell me who it is.
Yeah.
If you did not like this person, and if Wack came to you and said, hey, I want to bring this person that you don't like, and you told him, like on somebody, not on no camera, and you told him, nah, I don't f with dude, I'm not with him. And like, I really got a problem with this guy.
Yeah.
And then he brings him up here anyway.
You know what I would have done? I would have calmly asked him to leave.
Straight up.
So you explained to me why Wack's route that he took is in any way justifiable in comparison to calmly asking him to leave, which if Wack had said, listen, Moose, I don't f with you. Adam, I have respect for your building, but I would like to ask you to leave.
I would have been like, hey, it's y'all show.
You would have walked out, right?
Yeah.
I just think that you can't ever really judge the reaction on how somebody perceives
For sure you can. That is the biggest cop-out ever.
No, as disrespect.
Look, this is the thing. I said that earlier. You can't tell anyone how to receive disrespect, right? How they download that, how they process that, and they reaction. Again, I didn't see no super disrespect. We're talking about podcasting, y'all. We are not talking about street issues. Moose Man is not a friggin' gang member, bro. Like, come on. You don't even have this smoke for the gang members that you get into it with. What do you mean? It's unacceptable, bro. You right. You can't tell nobody how to address disrespect, period. But again, I don't know what Moose Man did that was so disrespectful. He keeps saying, you Mexican. You a Mexican. Fuck, just being Mexican is disrespectful? Like, come on. I'm super disappointed in Doughboy on this one, bro. Like, I'm super disappointed. How are you sitting there trying to make this like this is cool? Meanwhile, you the one who like, yo, it's podcasting. Niggas get paid to talk. Your boss, Massa 22, brought him in there. You knew what was going on. Again, I want to know, did you talk to Adam or Moose Man before this happened? Because you knew, did you talk to them and be like, hey, I don't think this is a good idea? I don't know. Because when the nigga walked in, you was like, oh. And again, I have no horse in the race. I just call shit how I see it. Bro. You was sitting up there, you looked like you was entertained at first because you thought it was going to go one way and it went another. Speak to that. Wack was out of pocket, period.
Oh, no, because if you slap somebody and then they shoot, I'm just giving a different example.
Okay.
If you slap somebody and then they shoot your ass, somebody could be like, that's an extreme overreaction against slap. Well, maybe you shouldn't slap that.
But you're going to go to prison for murder.
I'm just giving an example of you can't tell somebody how to react.
I know, but in society, we absolutely do because there's laws that we say, hey, you can't react this way. It has to match the level of force. That did not match the level of force when I'm saying I'm trying to do a podcast with you, and now you're saying I'm going to put $1,500 on your head to get you killed.
But I think if somebody
you're
tells
too
you
reasonable to have this stance.
I'm very reasonable. But what I'm saying is, if a man tells you,
your judgment,
if a man tell you he don't with you and he don't want to rock with you, and then you still pull up, you put up. He don't, like I said in the other podcast, y'all don't know each other. He don't know if you playing. He don't know if you just.
Adam knows
you
me.
You talk about Adam. I'm talking about Wack.
Adam's not going to bring somebody in that's going to kill Wack on the podcast.
But I wouldn't have done that with Compa Raider, which you ain't been around for a while. But like Compa Raider and him have
that low of
actual neighborhood beef where and Compa Raider came on here and said a term that disses Wack's hood.
I know.
That is something that I wouldn't have done because as much as I don't think Compa Raider is some killer or whatever, it's like that's a serious beef. That's real. This was not that. This was podcast.
Because he kept saying non-affiliate doesn't mean anything. He can harm me. Adam knows me. Adam knows that I'm not on that. Adam, he has that low of an opinion about.
We all know you ain't on that, gang. You don't even have to explain that. I'm kind of confused that, you know what I'm saying? Doughboy, you wrong. Wack100, you wrong. Kiwi Head, Massa, manipulator, you was wrong too, nigga. Straight up. I think Adam can't feel any kind of way. I think Moose Man can, but I think Adam can't feel no kind of way because you set this up and the nigga did tell you he didn't want to fuck with him. He should have broke all your fucking cameras. That nigga should have slid through there like mini King Kong, nigga. Smashed everything on the studio, nigga. He done told you. But again, this is why I be trying to tell y'all too. Wack100 is the most exploited up there at No Jumper. He has the Rack Pack tier, and all Adam 22 does is shade him. He's No Jumper's lol cow. And Wack don't even notice. I think Wack might notice it now. I seen his live. He like, you know what I'm saying? Things gonna have to change. You know what I mean? Calling him, yeah, partner, yeah, brother. And this how he play you. Niggas is cold up here at No Jumper. Niggas talk about go to No Jumper. Nigga, shut your
Adam, that he thinks that Adam would bring a Mexican in here to try to crash out on him, try to harm him, try to kill him?
Well, nah, I just, the way that I look at it was that he made his stance very vocal. Ran that red light anyway. And shit, I don't
so
think
that justifies anything.
I'm not saying it justifies. I'm just saying that I don't think he was. How his reaction and whatever his reaction is, you can have whatever judgment you want to have on that. Okay, that's a different conversation. But do I feel like he was wrong in this situation? Absolutely not.
So is Wack.
Nigga, we're judging the reaction. What do you mean you can feel however you want to feel about the reaction? Hey, Doughboy, you got to get them debate skills up, gang. Because it's like you not even giving like strong points. You know what I'm saying? Like. Come on, what do you mean? That's literally what we're judging. The reaction. Come on, man. I don't know, nigga. You and Wack must got some goddamn blood ties, boy. Like, sheesh.
Wack wrong for popping up on like Spody Face with his ops? Because if Wack never did nothing like this, I would understand. But I think the thing that enraged him most is that he was the play now. Okay. And he wasn't the playmaker. I think that's what really enraged, and that I'm Mexican. I think those were the two main points. Was he wasn't in on it, but he knew that I wasn't a threat.
I think it's a
and then he was going to make an example out of me by turning up, going crazy.
I just don't understand.
And he got
anybody could have the attitude or opinion that what Wack did wasn't wrong, and Wack wants a pat on the back because he didn't punch him in the face, which okay, I do appreciate that.
Thank you, Wack.
Right. However, jumping out of your seat and screaming and knocking over the cameras and all this, it's just like, how in what world could that ever be considered a reasonable response to what actually happened, which is a non-affiliate who is in no way a threat, who clearly does not have any intention of harming you, who clearly, if you were to start fighting him, obviously, I think, if we were betting men, that we would probably put money on Wack to win, right?
He's definitely caught more phase than me.
I don't want to offend you or anything, but that seems clear to me. Not a threat in any way. I don't understand how any thinking sentient being could possibly have the opinion that Wack doing that is okay. In fact, I feel like if we were to poll 1,000 people who don't know Wack100 and ask them what they think about that situation, that you would probably struggle to find one person who would say that the person who jumped out of their seat and was threatening to beat up the other guy is not in the wrong.
Well,
No, Doughboy. We're done with this. Straight like that. Because Doughboy, come on, man. I don't know what type of you kicking, smoking, or sipping gang, but nah, it's not right, period. And like I said, I keep going back to Doughboy's argument with Spody Face. Man, all the tough I get paid to talk, this, that, and the other. Where's all that, Doughboy? Moose Man is not a threat. He literally put his hands up like Rack had a gun. Stick him out. What? Come on, man. Somebody let me know the connection. Did Doughboy know Wack100 before this? Because I understand all the wilding out and everything, but did he know him before this? Because again, that's crazy, bro. So no excuse for how Wack100 reacted. Yes, you cannot tell a person how to react to any situation. Doesn't matter, disrespect, this and that. You can't tell anybody how to react. But yo, this shit is a business at the end of the day. And Kiwi Head should definitely invoice that nigga for them cameras, them TVs, the cords, and whatever else that this nigga broke. This nigga broke around here. Straight up, nigga. Where's all that energy for Aunt Hefe? I don't even see you scream on a podcast about Aunt Hefe. I thought y'all had smoke. I mean, it's a few other people too. Jay Diggs, you know what I mean? All kind of people, bro. You got beef with everybody, but niggas wanna really do it up with the Moose Man, huh? Shame on you, man. Shame on you. And again, this was Massa 22's play. Y'all don't never forget that. But for anybody looking for any kind of marketing or promotion when it comes to this YouTube content creation, make sure y'all tap in with Drea the Virgo on Instagram. Again, that's Drea the Virgo on Instagram. Serious inquiries only. She working with a bunch of different content creators throughout all the sectors. She can help you with anything from views to viewer retention, thumbnails, monetization, copyright strikes, whatever it is. Make sure y'all tap in with Drea the Virgo on Instagram. Now, what I'd like y'all to do is, man, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think of this. Is Doughboy a Wack100 agent? Did we just not see this coming? Y'all let me know what's the deal. Let me know in the comments, y'all. It's your boy Gangland Neem. Peace.